Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I do hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. Probably recognise where we are once again. London City Huddison International, we have a new contender. This is the Orbx version 2 of London City Airport EGLC. This is going to be my review and overview video for this. Now, you're probably wise not doing what I did. I actually bought this just now at full price from the Orbx Central. It's only available for PC currently. It's not on the marketplace as of yet. I'm going to discuss that in this video. I went and bought this at full price. Yet, wait, if you have version 1 of this, there's 2 upgrade paths. And it should be around the same cost. I'm going to discuss that in this video. I'm also, like I said, I'm going to give you an overview and review of this version 2 Orbx EGLC. And I'm going to compare it to the UK 2000 scenery. In many ways, they're quite similar. And each have their own advantages and disadvantages. Well, listen, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, before I move on to my overview and review for the airport, let's just address the elephant in the room here. I bought this at full price. You're probably thinking, you're crazy, you own the original. For those of you who don't know, Orbx are offering a discount if you own the original Orbx London City. But you have to have bought the original currently from the Orbx Central app to get that discount. I did reach out to their customer support and I asked, where's my discount? I own this, but I bought it from the marketplace, Microsoft Flight Sim Marketplace, so the in-game marketplace. They said it's not available, the discount there yet, but I'll show you part of that email on screen. They're looking to introduce that bundle around the 2nd of June. Now, for those of you who own version 1 and you bought it from the Microsoft Marketplace, wait. Don't go and pay full price like I did. It's wise for me to spend now and then. I earn a bit of money from my channel, a little bit. So it's wise for me to spend here and there just to keep my taxes down at the end of the year. For the rest of you, if you own version 1 but you didn't get it from Central, wait until that discount comes to the marketplace. I'll give you my overview and review in this video. It's also good because I'm not beholden to Orbx. I spent my own money on this upgrade. So I'm not beholden to them. I want to be brutally honest. I want to see if I've got my money's worth. If you don't own the original London City add-on from Orbx and you're looking to buy this afresh for around £17 at the moment from Central, that's including sales tax. Wait for this video, wait for my recommendations at the end of this video, and I'm going to directly compare it to the UK 2000 scenery because they're both quite similar in many ways. Okay, with that out of the way, let me now get on with my overview and tour of this new London City update. So okay, let's give you a little tour and overview. One thing I do like about this add-on is that it's not just the airport they've modelled the surrounding areas nice as well, including, because I remember this specifically, and I'm going to link my video down below in the description of my visit to London City in real life. I remember eventually finding this little bridge, and I remember this little walkway you had to walk around and you could cross over, and then I went up here. And the only thing missing here are trucks and lorries passing by right behind my back when I was recording London City from this vantage point, essentially. So it is quite nice to see that little bridge there modelled in the sim. And other surrounding buildings. Let's just concentrate on this side. So as you can see, And I was actually stood on this side originally filming across the water. Now there's a little, it's not absolutely perfect, of course. This is only a sim. The sim's never going to be perfect to real life. There's a sort of bridge and railings there so you don't fall in the Thames. And it's kind of a little bit more elevation here as well. From what I recall, and there's a park area here and wooded area and goodness knows what. But a lot of these buildings and flats and office complexes are actually here. It's a bit bare on this side, but there's a little bit more, there's a few more buildings than you would find with the UK 2000 scenery, for example. Probably blasted your ears off. I do still have it in live server just to give it a bit of life to the airport. As you'll see in a moment, the airport feels a bit lifeless, especially when you compare it to the UK 2000 series scenery. There you go. See, I don't remember that. I'm not sure if these are in the London City pack. I don't believe so. I believe these have been added with the version 2 of Orbx London City. Not sure if they were in version 1. Maybe someone can leave a comment down below if you remember seeing them. Just give you a few while we're down this end. The texturing of the runway. I actually like version 1 texturing. This is okay. I kind of prefer, I've got to say, the UK 2000. Doesn't seem to have the... Now, are these called the wigwams? Those flashing wigwams, the flashing lights. I think someone mentioned that in my UK 2000 review. You got sort of a flashing lights either side of the taxiway here. You don't have them here, from what I can see. Take you down, and this part looks very similar now to the UK 2000, the way they model it as well. That's my aircraft there, by the way. I'm just in the JP Logistics Cessna 152, just parked up and in drone cam. You've got that side. Is that the remote radar tower, control tower there? So that's all modelled, and these fences here. That's just AI traffic. A couple more players there. That's fine. And you do have the Docklands Light Rail now. Now, unfortunately, the tracks are very nicely modelled there, I've got to say. There's a lot of PBR textures and high-resolution textures within this update. There's no Docklands Light Rails. You could be waiting here for an hour, which is very typical in England, actually, for most trains. Nowadays, but you could be waiting here for hours and you'll see nothing come by. What a missed opportunity, and the UK 2000 does have them. And in fact, if you look around, you're not going to find many people either. Now, as you can see, it's modelled the buildings around the airport nicely here. There, I believe there a few of these were missing from the UK 2000 scenery. I do wish they would update that. I do like the UK 2000 EGLC personally, and if they model all the buildings around it would be absolutely perfect. But there's nobody around, no little people apart from the sort of default aircraft staff you'll find here and there. If you go in the buildings, this is typically what you'll get across the board. Now these are kind of modelled because you can see them from the outside, but if you go in a building that's not you don't see from the outside, shall we say, you don't get anything. With the UK 2000 scenery, you got a fair few of those buildings were modelled. There we go, we'll come down here. Of course the fire station's still there, very nice, that was in version 1. This has not changed greatly, maybe one or two little things missing actually from the version 1. Maybe this is more realistic to the way London City Airport is. That little aircraft there looks like a space rocket, doesn't it? And the arrivals here. That is the arrivals, isn't it? Yep. Yeah. That hotel across. It looks nice when you look around. It's been filled out a little bit more. And I've not explored everywhere. It's nice to see these parts added. It's just the actual main airport feels a bit lifeless, listless in many respects. There we go. So there you go. You can see quite a few buildings there, which is nice. And it would be nice to see them, UK 2000, if you're watching this, add these buildings around the airport. It seems a few of them are missing. No Docklands Light Rail. Now, there is a bit of indoor internal modelling which is in the control tower, I believe. I might need to slow my drone camera down here, but no, you can see. So this is modelled, that's fine. And it's not bad. And you can look out at aircraft, so if you want to just plane spot for a bit, you can sit here in the control tower. A control centre, and then watch aircraft come backwards and forward. You go down, again there's no internal modelling. It looks like some kind of construction site, doesn't it? So there we go. Little bit of internal modelling there. Come back out. And there's nice textures throughout. You can see some of these nice textures in the buildings. In fact, that looks very nice, that rooftop there. And the buildings generally look very nice, and the surrounding areas look nice. It all feels quite similar, in fact, to the UK 2000 scenery, with added models around the airport, but it's missing a few vital features for me in the actual airport. Well, okay, what I'll do, I'll set up an aircraft for an approach to runway 9 at London City, so you can see the approach view, and then I'll give you my recommendations and closing thoughts. So okay, instead of just giving you the approach view, I'll give you the whole view, takeoff and approach. You can see the texture in here on the runway is quite nice. I'm quite impressed with that. That's quite nice. Let's get internal and release my parking brake. Feet on my rudder pedals. This is typically the view you get, so you can see all the surrounding buildings. I think a lot of these were here with version 1, but there seem to be a few more added with version 2 as well, and the overall look of the airport is different. Well, listen, I mean, it goes without saying, if you own version 1, but you didn't get it from Orbx Central, so it's on PC at the moment, wait, for goodness sake, for a week or two, till about the 2nd of June, according to that support email that I got. Should be coming around the 2nd of June. Wait for that upgrade. Don't go and pay full price for this if you own version 1. That goes without saying. Just wait a little bit longer. And just pay, what, £5? $5? Sorry, £5, $5, around that amount by the looks of things. That's a no-brainer. If you got it from Central, then you're in a winning position. If you don't own London City from Orbx, the original, go and look at my review of the UK 2000 scenery. I really like that. It's from a different scenery company. It's a renowned scenery company, UK 2000. They've been around for a while. There's a lot more life around the airport. You've got the Docklands light rail. The airport looks very similar. There's not quite as many buildings surrounding the airport, so you've got to keep that in mind. And I'm going to leave that to your own viewpoint. If you don't own version 1 of the Orbx London City and you're looking at buying this version 2 afresh, the texturing, as you saw there, is very nice. Just the airport itself just feels slightly lifeless when you compare it to the UK 2000 scenery, in my opinion. And like I said, that's going to be in the eye of the beholder. I'm just going to do a quick turn here. Just watch my speed. I can see that dropping already. So let's just throttle up as I'm turning. I can throttle back down as we come in for an approach without hitting the financial district. That would be a disaster, especially nowadays. Right, let's get my speed back down and we can come in for an approach to London City. So yeah, go and watch my review of the UK 2000 scenery first. I like the surrounding buildings. My overall faults are, I like the surrounding buildings. If you own version 1, it's a no-brainer. £4, $5. It's not a lot these days. You get a more realistic, shall we say, true-to-life looking London City Airport. And there do seem to be a couple more buildings installed with this version, or added with this version rather. Yeah, I'm just not fully convinced which version I like better myself. I do like the texturing. and look of this one. I do like the overall features of the UK 2000 scenery. So I'm not decided. Obviously, I'm going to pay for this now, so I'm going to keep it installed for a while. Fly around. You can see frame rates. As I was recording before, it did get a little bit jerky in the drone cam. Not quite sure what caused that. There's no jerkiness here. It's very smooth. Typical sort of frame rates for me. I've not got them on screen, but it'll be around 40 or 50 coming into London City. Got no jerkiness or performance issues, so there's no frame rate hit from as far as I can see. Now that may depend on your system. There we go, we're coming for a short landing here, and then hitting one or two of the lights there, but never mind, typical for me. And then we'll taxi onto the apron. So there we go, we'll just stop here, and then you can get a different viewpoint. I can move my camera around. Come on, move around. What's the matter with you? Try and stay on the... Oh, come on, I'll just taxi across the grass here just so we can get a look at the airport. Yeah, as you can see, text screen looks nice. No brainer, if you own version 1, you might as well just pay that small fee and get the upgrade. If you don't own version 1, that's got to be your decision. I like the texturing, I like the buildings, and goodness knows what, as you can see around here, the added buildings around the airport, but I like the overall life and feel of the UK 2000. I was quite enjoying that airport before I installed this one. I'm going to give this one a little bit more play, and I'll keep you updated as to which version I prefer installed. Okay, do let me know your own thoughts on this whole situation where they're charging you for an upgrade. It's only a few pounds for the version 2. I guess you're paying them a little bit for their added work. So I can go along with that. But do let me know your own thoughts down below. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.